KILR Killer Game.
Hello, gamers, simmers, and pilots. I am the Killer Gamer, and welcome to the Chicago Tour featuring Microsoft Flight Simulator 1. If you've been here since the beginning, this is it. This is the moment you've all been waiting for. We conclude the Chicago Tour today. How exciting. This is the first tour on this channel that will be complete. Absolutely complete. Okay, there's not a whole lot of flights in it, but still, it's an accomplishment. Let's go ahead and talk about where it is that we're at and where we're going and how it is that we're going to get there. So here we are, Greater Kankakee. We're going to be flying and landing at Merrill Meigs, which will complete the Chicago tour. After that, we will have flown to every airport and every VOR on this map. So, to get there, we're going to be flying to Peotone first, and then to Chicago Heights. We'll be flying direct. And then, out of Chicago Heights, we'll be flying at a vector of, I would say about 331. No, that's 33, 34, 35. About 352. Maybe 350. But that should help get us lined up with runway 36 on Meigs. And so we will land on the very same runway direction as we did when we first took off. Pretty exciting. All right, so Peotone 113.2. It would help if I do it right here. Tune in the OBS here. Our heading is going to be 006 or 8. It's going to be in between there. 007 pretty much, but you can't do odd numbers on the OBS. Okay, so let's go find the runway here. Okay, so looks like what we need to do is just come down here, over here, and around like that. Right down here to the end, make a right, that takes us to the runway. Last time we were here in Kankakee, it was nighttime. Now we get to see it during the daytime. There's grass. It's a grass on the runway. See, this was back in the early days before they had paved runways. They just drew out the landing area with chalk or white spray paint. All right. We are airborne. Landing gear up. Looking behind, there goes Kankakee. And sadly, there is no Kankakee River. I thought there would be. So this has been interesting from a historical perspective, because it's taught me what was added into Flight Simulator 2. Well, they definitely added more scenery because they had texture. They had, like, you know, lines and stuff for Champagne, and there was even the Kankakee River in Flight Simulator 2, but not here. The only actual... I am going way off course here. The only actual scenery that we've seen for a city was Chicago. Okay, 358. Boy, my magnetic compass and my gyro compass are completely off. There's Kankakee. I thought the only thing that they did between Flight Simulator 1 and 2 was just, you know, add another nav radio, rearrange things on the dashboard, and just add extra airports. Now, apparently they did a little bit more than that. So remember what we were talking about earlier, how it gets pretty rewarding with this old sim when you're flying and you see nothing, and then you get that reward that you know you've been using your VOR navigation correctly when you start finally seeing the scenery of the airport or the city that you're approaching. I just had to adjust the altimeter again. Looks like we're a lot higher than what we were previously. Air Force Proud 95 throwback. Yep. Yep. On Thursday is Throwback Thursday here on the Killer Gamer channel. And yep, we went way back. Microsoft Flight Simulator 1. And you are also watching the very last flight. I've been doing a series called the Chicago Tour with Flight Simulator 1 for my YouTube channel. And we are now finally on the last flight, which is taking us back to Chicago Meigs. After that, we would have flown to every airport and every VOR that's on the original map. So yeah, this is a cause for celebration right here. Alright, this now says from. That means that we just passed the Peotone VOR. So now we can tune into Chicago Heights. That's our next waypoint, which is 114.2. And we'll change the VOR there, center that. There we go, 038, that's our heading. Penagon! Hey! Good to see you again. Magnetic compass is running away from me there. There we go. I made a joke on my Twitter. I said, why wait for Flight Simulator 2020 when you can play Flight Simulator 1 right now? Yeah, this is very, very IFR. We were flying at the beginning of the stream. We were flying at nighttime, so it was just pitch black. You could not see the horizon. You couldn't see the ground. You couldn't see the sky. Basically, it was Luke Skywalker with a blast shield down, trying to, dodge lasers with a lights, with his lightsaber or whatever. But using VOR navigation, we were able to route our way around and get to the airport. And of course, you don't know how high up you are, so you have to use your knowledge with the altimeter. Oh, water! That is Lake Michigan up there. Scenery! We got scenery! And there's Chicago, right over there, right at an angle. So as we get to Chicago Heights, we'll be flying out at a vector of, yeah, I'm going to say 352. And that should come close to getting us lined up with runway 36 at Meigs. Let's end the tour on a good note. Let's land, let's not crash. Or in the case of Merrill C. Meigs, splash. Because there's a lot of water around it. As long as we don't turn into butter. We could wind up hitting the ground and melting into it like butter. Oh no, what happened to the Killer Gamer? See that melted butter over there? Constantly going through here and adjusting the altimeter with the A key, the D key for the gyro compass, just to make sure everything is reading accurately. What am I flying tomorrow? Tomorrow, the Commodore 64. The Commodore 64, we have a momentous occasion happening tomorrow. I have over 30 flights already done with the Commodore 64 using scenery disk number 9. We will be moving from scenery disk number 9 to scenery disk number 11. Tomorrow. So yeah, it's a big thing. So we're going to be flying from Indiana and going into the Lake Huron, Detroit area. Okay, we just passed Chicago Heights. We need to go ahead and change our VOR over to 352, that's what we were saying. All right, there's Chicago right up ahead. We'll just go ahead and catch that radio here. And we'll be on our way. Here it comes. I do have plans to do X-Plane 8. I just need to get it installed and make sure that it works. So I might be doing that tomorrow also, in the afternoon. Or I might come back later today and do it. I don't know. This is where following me on Twitter is very beneficial, because I will give you all a heads up on what's going on. So if I do stream later on today with X-Plane 8, I'll give you all advance notice. I'll also update the schedule here as well. Right now I don't have the I don't have anything for the afternoon for the schedule. But if that changes, I'll put it on there. I think Meigs is right here. I think. That's going to be a little tough. Let's take a look at the map here and see. That's midway over there, so let's head over this way. I think that's Meigs. I'm going to go ahead and drop the landing gear so that way I don't forget. We'll start our descent. The altitude at Meigs is 592. Drop one thing of flaps there. Trying not to go down so quickly. Not seeing anything on the map yet. It's really hard to determine where Meigs is at there. I think that's it, though. It's not a long runway, so we're going to need to land close to the threshold and brake. Otherwise, we'll roll right off and hit the water. I don't think I want to go swimming just yet. I don't think that map's going to be very helpful. Altitude at the airport was 594, something like that. We're 1,000 feet above. We might want to get a little lower. I remember trying to land at Meigs was challenging because you didn't want to stall and then crash into the lake. And of course you wanted to get down before you got to the edge. Alright, there it is. Come on. Come on down. We can do it. We can do it. Well, I don't know if that's butter, but it's hard to do a butter. It's hard to do a butter landing with an old flight simulator. But it would have crashed if reality mode is on, so it would have detected a crash if we would have crashed, but we didn't, so we're good. Deep frozen butter. But wait, we're not done. We need to go taxi over to the parking and top the plane off with fuel. It's not complete until we go to the fuel box. I almost thought we were going to crash, though. Because it has happened that close to the ground where you stall and it just goes. Alright, where's that fuel box at? Let's find out here. Oh, I think I just saw it. Yep, there it is. So we just make a left, and then a right, and then a left. Right, right. Yeah, at least I'm getting much better response on this than I did on ProPilot. Sorry, not ProPilot, Fly. When I was doing Fly 2K, I was using PC emulator because that was the only way I could get it to work. And it was just running awful. I mean, I'm having a much better flying experience with Microsoft Flight Simulator 1 than what I had on Fly 2K. Here's the apron. Yeah, fuel tanks are up. And the engine is off. Alrighty, folks, that's it. We've done it. We have completed the Chicago tour. Every airport on the map, every VOR we visited, we couldn't have done it any more complete than what we've done. Except for maybe the ILS that we missed over in Champaign. But it was either that or risk a chance of crashing. I think we'll take the safer route. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this tour, and I hope you'll continue watching, because we're not done here. We're not done here. We still got 3 other cities that we can do tours on. The playlist is the Quad City tour. So the Chicago tour is just 1/4 of it. We still got New York, Seattle, and Los Angeles. So we're not done. We're not done. But Chicago is complete. And I want to thank you for joining me since the beginning. And if you are enjoying this series, please click that like button and share the video and leave comments, because it helps out. It really does. It helps out me and helps out the channel. And if you're new, subscribe. Ring the notification bell so that way you get notified of future flight simulation content. Pretty important. I'm sure that's why you're here. And then if you like to see things live, head on over to Twitch. Follow me there so you get notifications of when I go online. That way you can join me on these recordings that I do. Most of them I'll do live streaming with. It gives you a chance to see it weeks and months ahead of time. And then Instagram for pictures and photos of projects that I'm working on behind the scenes. Twitter for official KILR news and announcements, retweets of things that I think you might find interesting. Snapchat for pictures that I think you might find interesting. Well, maybe interesting with stickers or something on it. And then Patreon for those of you who would like to support what it is that I'm doing and invest in the channel. I greatly appreciate anything that you're willing to do. There are bonuses and rewards waiting for you there. So please check it out. Anyways, thanks so much for watching. I appreciate it. I will see you on the next part of our Quad City tour. Have a killer awesome day.